Hello everybody, good evening to you. I'm here in my pajamas, I have my cookies, I have a nice cup of milk, and I also have my opinions. I'm talking a little low today because it's already late, but there are some things that I wanted to get off of my chest that I've been thinking a lot about. So, what about these AI writers, eh? You can take a robot to write anything for you. I don't really understand why would anyone do that though, because there are a lot of writers in the world, and suggesting that there is a lack that you need automatization to fill in with the demands, it's absolutely kind of ridiculous. And I don't know that the audience is going to eat this up because and I know that the obvious joke here is that those programs were so dumb that you could probably wrote them with a robot. But I'm make it this way. We have a lot of industrialized products available for us, but we also have those rustic ones that are super expensive. It comes like a butter in a glass pot and it's churned by hand by sacred cows. And it seems to me that it's kind of running in the wrong direction with the AI thing. Not because I want to write things, and I did already write some things, even though I didn't publish, but also I don't think that the population, like the people, are going to like this, because I know, because mass entertainment, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. But you also have a lot of really well-made stuff. I recently watched a movie that took about 30 years to complete, 40. It was called Mad God. And people want to see that there is demand for this kind of project to be made, and that's why it was made. So here's like, would you eat an AI generated cookie? Maybe you would. I love cookies, so probably. But if you had to choose between an AI generated cookie and cookie that was made, traditionally con traditional ingredients, no one's going to pick the AI cookie. And the thing is that I think that today we have such an oversaturation of works. Everybody wants to make something. Everyone wants to write something. It's a human experience. So there really isn't a problem with. So I don't understand why would the CEOs do this, because you're running a place of entertainment. If you wanted to make money, you should go to work in a bank. You should go bet on the lottery, because art is traditionally underpaid. So I don't understand how do you go into a creative position, and say, I am here to make things less creative. I am here to control creativity, and I would like to replace some of my actual stuff with AIs. And there is so much shit that is in public domain right now. You can read whole books, enormous. You can listen to music in public domain. You can do a lot of shit in public domains. And you also probably have access to libraries and the internet. So it's not, I don't think that the demand for AI written shows is going to be very significant. I know that Yahtzee made a video about those RPGs that requires continuous grinding. And the problem is that the people that are playing these games have a limited amount of time. So you can't churn out five 80-hour games in 1 week, because they will not be played. It's statistically impossible. So yeah, I think that we have so much art nowadays. I think that we have so much art that we actually pay people to be curators. You know, those reviewers in YouTube, they grew up because there is a lot of shit, and we do want to see if it's worth our time or not. And I don't think with the advent of Netflix, YouTube, people are going to look for better stuff, you know? Like here in Brazil, there's a program that is actually global. It's called MasterChef, that shows that the opponents, the candidates, they need to cook dishes, and it really did open up more doors for fine dining here in Brazil. And I think that this is kind of the situation that is happening right now. I think that with Netflix, with YouTube, we have access to higher quality stuff, and we expect more than an AI movie. Because even if you say, man, I'm going to make like a CGI movie and it's going to be really, I don't know, functional as a movie, people won't watch that, because there's already perfectly fine stupid movies online. Like, you could watch the entire career of Adam Sandler. I bet that is divided in 4 streaming services, but I bet you could. And people are looking for more, people are looking more for their content. And I think that this is a great thing. So why are we spending so much money developing AIs to write books? Why are we spending so much money not paying the writers that we already have, and then going strike and just cheating up everything that is producing now? I don't understand. I really don't. I guess it's because I am more of a classic person. It took me 5 years to watch Breaking Bad after it ended, because I simply did not want to. I didn't watch Game of Thrones. I am done with Marvel, so maybe I'm the exception here. Maybe my opinions are crazy, and the rest of the world is true and normal. But yeah, man, I don't know. I wanted to write something and be a writer, you know? I still have my projects that I'm not done with them. And, well, I know that this range is kind of sparse, but I keep thinking about it, you know, that I have a YouTube channel now, and there are videos that I made that reached more than 500 views. And yeah, man, I don't have a good channel, like a gigantic one that can generate a lot of profit. But you know, there are more than 500 people that are subscribed to me. There are more than 500 people that want to listen to what I have to say. I think that social media makes us forget that. And it's a shame, really. I do want to get paid to talk about the Riddler. This is like my long-term goal now. But it feels nice that I have 500 people coming here to see what I have to say. I think that we, in my 500 subscribers, we could fill a cinema room. I actually don't know if we can, but I think we do. I think we can. So every time I post a video, then 500 people watch it, then I'm talking to 500 people. It's really great. I think, did you guys hear that Netflix is like so expensive now? I don't know if it's only in Brazil, but it's so expensive that you can't afford it anymore. And Netflix does not have enough content to make people stay, because even when it did, it just canceled everything. And I heard that the Disney movies, they are flopping, like Little Mermaid probably is going to make a book and a half, but the Marvel movies, they are not good right now, because there are so many shows, so many movies that people don't have time to watch it. Like, it's impossible for you to watch everything that the Disney company puts out. It's impossible. And we do want to prioritize our time having fun, discovering things about ourselves. So the bubble that was the superhero genre of movies has popped. I don't remember what it used to be like in like 2020, 2012, 2013, 2014, when the Avengers were starting to get movies. I remember that was so cool. I loved that. And it's not cool anymore. That time, the MCU, we usually considered the MCU as counterculture. Did you know that? Because the last famous movies were the Christopher Nolan movies for The Dark Knight Rises, and we had very ingrained in our culture a sense of, superheroes are morally right, they don't have any vices. But then you came with Iron Man, that was a very proud, a very annoying person, and you have Captain America, that also is just a kid, and then he makes mistakes too. I miss that time. I miss that time when it was so exciting to go see a Marvel movie. I think that the last one I saw was WandaVision, which is pretty cool. I really liked it in spite of the ending. And the ending was not good. But the movie in cinemas, I think that the last one was Ant-Man and the Wasp, because my cousins wanted to go and I went along with them. I think that I really dropped in the Marvel cinematic universe when Ultron came out, and that movie was so horrible, and then I realized, well, I like these characters, but they are going to be handled by different directors, and it's not proven that they will still keep being the way they are. So I just cut my losses and I left in Ultron. I didn't even watch Infinity War. But have you ever watched a movie and you said, man, I can't believe that there were people that were paid to write this. I can't believe that there are people that have a livelihood and gain something from this being alive. Even the ones that flop, at least one person spent a lot of time making them. Kind of like Star Wars Episode 3. People got paid to write that. People got paid when when Paul said somehow Palpatine has returned, someone got paid for the line. Someone got paid. Not only they got paid, but they probably got paid more than you or me. It baffles me the capacity of Hollywood to throw money around and just completely waste it and have brain ideas with no planning. Because can you imagine what you would do with the budget of these movies? Budget of Batman vs. Superman. My nose is itching so hard right now. I don't know why. Anyway, Batman vs. Superman, that must have costed like a lot of money to make, and it was absolute pure garbage. No one understood what's going on. And they, if Hollywood wants to cut costs on writing, maybe instead of writing something that wasn't planned just for cash grab, why not give a fraction to this money, a fraction of this money to a really great person, a great director, a great screenwriter, and just let them run the show? Because obviously they don't care about the money. No, obviously they don't care about the art. I forgot. The executives don't care about the art, since they are actually close to implementing AI written stuff in their shows. But like, I don't know what to say, man. I think I'm starting to get a little bit pessimistic here, because I think that one thing that I know is that there was a time in Hollywood that productions were getting massive and massive and massive, but to the point that they became commercial failures, and then more author stuff started popping up. I think that's going to happen the same in Hollywood, because if they can use an AI writer to write up the plot of a $1 billion movie, but you could pay a small fraction of that for a script that actually works. And sometimes original works that they pump out are good too. I liked the Batman. That was fine. I'm thinking about watching a little more Bollywood movies, because I watched RRR, and that was so good. I really liked it. If Indian movies are like that, I want to watch more of them. I can't believe that those guys didn't kiss in the end. I can't believe this. The logo of the movie was literally them holding hands. How do you not make these guys fuck? Seriously. I say that all the time to my mom when we're watching movies. I say, dude, they should totally make out. And my mom says, no, it's just friendship. No, not just friendship. It's a bond of warriors, a bond for life. Well, I'm going to stream Omori right now. If you're wondering, my opinions on this are the same ones for video games, because I don't want FPSs that are super detailed. I want games with more style and more innovative ideas. And I don't know, I'm just feeling a little melancholic today. At least I have cookies. Cookies are good. Have you guys ever tried to make cookies at home? Because I can make cookies at home, and they are absolutely fantastic. I use the 48-hour recipe from the YouTube. I think it's Alvin Joe. He has like a lovely channel where he films himself cooking, and it feels like a Ghibli movie, honestly. It's like slicing stuff, and the butter boils. It's a Ghibli movie, basically. And those cookies are actually really good. I think that they're second best that I've had. But it's interesting things that I follow this Twitter account that is called Comidas Duras, which translates to hard food. So it's people go make a cookie, and then they need to scratch it out of the pan. It's hilarious. I like cooking. I like baking, because I think baking has less pressure than working on stove, because in the stove you can burn stuff more easily, and when you go to the oven, you can just wait for it to be ready. And I like making cookies, I like making cake, but I have a beef with my family, because my family insists that I make cakes there. I don't know the word in English, solado. Doesn't have air inside, it's not fluffy, it's, And I baked an orange cake just to prove them wrong, and I proved them wrong, because the orange cake was fucking fantastic, but they still bring this up. I will never leave it down. I'm going to be the person with that is not good at baking cakes. I will never leave it down. But it's nice though. I like cooking. Cooking is a really good hobby. Do you think that AI robots can make jokes with punchlines? Because all they do is copy words from somewhere else. They calculate what is the most likely word to appear in this specific sentence. And the thing about jokes is that they need to be improvised. They need to be new. If you don't laugh at a joke that I've heard before. I was watching Veep, which is a show that I started recently. It's pretty good. It's like The Office, and a little bit of Parks and Rec, but doesn't have shit politics. It's about the vice president and her life. It's honestly pretty cool. I do legitimately like it. And I don't think that an AI would be able to write that show, because, well, an AI doesn't know jokes, and when talking about politics, he doesn't know what side he should take, or even if he does, don't know if the side will be out of fashion. I do think that technological advancement is very good for society. I wouldn't trade it for anything. But using it to replace writers is such a lack of humanity, How can you look at a book that someone spent hours on and say, yeah, a robot could have done that, let's replace all books with robots? Because people don't want to be curators anymore. People don't want, when you go filling for a job vacancy, and you have to upload your curriculum, and also, it's my clock, I have a clock on the wall. And you need to upload your curriculum and put all the information in the bars. It's because they are too lazy to I forgot the word. So curate, yes, that's curate the the word is curate. I actually worked for a company that H&R had a presentation. I went there to watch it, and they talked about real opportunities of growth inside the company. And they said that when the job opens, you need to be fast, because they might close before the closing date if there's too many. Like, oh my God, that's their job. It's their job to see the curriculums. I can't believe you're this lazy. If you have a job, better have a strong grip on it, because it's going to get replaced by a robot that doesn't know how to fucking do anything. Including the people on HR, because they're going to create one of those AIs that automatically excludes people if they're women or if they are not white. That's kind of a shit show. I actually work on telemarketing, and I am pretty sure that robots are not going to replace me, because I know that robots could technically replace me very easily. I am aware of this. But humans want to talk to humans, you know? You can't just make a non-refundable reservation and accept that you won't be going to the trip and won't be getting a refund. No, you need to go and yell at someone. That kind of reminds me that meta thing that Facebook is doing, metaverse, and how it's so much worse than VR chat, because they want to do a corporate product and they won't let any swearing, anything. You can't model yourself in the metaverse to look like a dog, but you can in VR chat. Just the furry demographic, so it's already down. But like, humans like to interact with humans. VR chat's never going to be VR chat's not going to be a replacement for that. I think that one thing that I think that my one rule for if an AI is going to be good or bad is if it tries to replace things that humans actually like to do. Because if it does, then it's fucking worthless. Unless, of course, there is a second pandemic. And even then, it's not gonna last that long to make it viable for us to live our lives in a virtual world forever. The Matrix. Yeah, I'm just bumbling incoherently right now. My point is, we can automate completely production lines for cakes, for cookies, but you will always prefer the ones that were made at home. You will always prefer the ones that were made with artisanal ingredients and people that have the skill. We could be eating only nuggets, but no, you want the chicken breast, and you could surround yourself with beings that don't exist and don't care about you and just shit out something for you to watch, but you don't want that. Nobody wants that. Well, rant over. I just wanted to, I don't know. I'm going to offer some words of hope here. I don't think the AI automatization is going to affect the production of series and TVs, because they are not going to be good. They're not going to create something unexpected, because they're literally based on what's more probable for you to see. So that's it. Thank you for your company.